We finally got the time for the Canon October the 30th announcement. Canon will be announcing the RF 24mm f1.4 LVCM, the 50mm f1.4 LVCM, and the RF 70-200mm f2.8 L image stabilized USM, and it's a power zoom lens, along with two other mystery lenses. Could Canon announce the RF 200-500mm and not ship it until Q1 of 2025? And what can we expect to pay for these lenses? We've got the information, but before we get to the details, please subscribe to this channel. It doesn't cost you anything, helps this channel grow, and keeps you up to date on the latest camera coverage. 2 weeks ago, Canon USA stated that they would have an event on October the 30th. The only thing missing was the time of the announcement. According to Canon rumors, you'll all know by now that Canon will be announcing 3 new lenses on October the 30th, and this will be happening at midnight Eastern Standard Time. And that's tomorrow night, folks, tomorrow night at midnight as we click over into October the 30th. As a result, I booked a live stream for tomorrow at 11 p.m. to cover the 5 lenses to be announced along with my expert panel. And if you're interested in purchasing any of the 3 lenses that we have confirmation for tomorrow, yet we don't have confirmation on the other 2 lenses, at least not just yet, but please consider using my pre-order links in the description down below. However, if you do use my pre-order links, I could get a small commission back, which is, honestly, it helps this channel out. It's what keeps the lights on. So for those of you that have used my pre-order links in the past, and those of you going to use these pre-order links, thank you so much. What you want to do is go ahead and copy those down, put them in your browser, bookmark them, because the embargo is going to be lifted sometime around midnight tomorrow. So what you want to do is, as soon as the embargo is lifted, and I'll let you know on the live stream, refresh those links so you can pre-order it. And the main reason for pre-ordering, as we saw with this guy here, the 200 to 800mm, people who didn't pre-order right away, they ended up waiting 8 to 10 months. 8 to 10 months for this lens. It's absolutely incredible. I got mine day one, so there is a benefit to getting your pre-orders in right away. So by copying down these pre-order links, it's going to save you a bit of time. And sometime before tomorrow, let's say midday tomorrow, I should have the full list of lenses to be announced along with the pricing information. Along with the 3 lenses I told you about in the introduction, the 24 and 50mm, both f1.4 L series and having voice coil motors, will be announced alongside the 70-200mm f2.8 L series image stabilized USM, and that's a power zoom lens. But we're also supposed to be getting, according to Canon rumors, 2 more lenses announced. We believe that one of them will be the RFS 7.8mm f4 STM dual lens for recording spatial video, and that's for the Apple Vision Pro using the EOS R7. So what could be the 5th lens? I know what some of you are thinking. Well, could it be that lens we've been teased about for the better part of what, a year and a half now? The RF 200 to 500mm f4 L series image stabilized USM? Well, it's possible. You'll recall that a couple of videos ago I said that the 200 to 500mm wouldn't be available until Q1 of 2025. But I also said in that video that the leaked information surrounding this lens seems to be going back and forth, just kind of like the R5 Mark II and the R1 going back and forth. Is it possible that Canon could announce it tomorrow night at midnight, but not deliver it until Q1 of 2025? Well, according to Canon rumors, the exact specifications of this 5th lens are, well, they're up in the air at the moment, although I'm pretty confident that it's going to be a big white zoom. I've been told so many subtly different things about this lens, I'm thinking it's some kind of variation of the long-rumored RF 200 to 500mm f4 L series image stabilized USM. Clear as mud, right? Yeah, I know. Well, what I attempted to do is I reached out to several of my sources, but at the time of recording, only one of them had gotten back to me. And this source told me, and this source has been pretty reliable in the past, well, here's what they had to say. I'm still waiting for confirmation, but I believe it's to be the Canon RF 200 to 500mm. I know it's a little bit frustrating. I've had one source say Q1 of 2025 and another source say, yeah, it looks like it could be tomorrow night. And perhaps, just perhaps, they're both correct. Maybe it will be announced tomorrow night at midnight and we'll get some sort of variation of the 200 to 500mm as Canon Rumors has said, and that it won't start delivering until Q1 of 2025. Being that we're ready to clock over into November, that is plausible. But one thing I should know for sure, by let's say noon tomorrow, noon Tuesday, October the 29th, I should have the information firmed up. If it's not coming from me, it's going to come from Canon Rumors. One of us is going to come out with the information with the exact specifications of the 5 lenses to be announced and their price points. And speaking of price points, the 24mm and the 50mm, both f1.4 L series VCM lenses, won't be far off the price that Canon's currently charging for the 35mm f1.4, which is also using a voice coil motor, and again, it's an L series as well, so I expect the price point to be right around the same. But now for that 70 to 200mm f2.8, based on the pricing of the current lens that isn't a power zoom. Are you ready for this? I expect the price of this lens to be not much lower than $29.99, and it could even go a few hundred above that. But the other 2 lenses, well, if we do get that, what was it, a 6.8, what was the RFS lens? It was a 7.8mm f4 STM lens. That lens there, based on the price of the dual fisheye that's currently on the market, is $19.99, so use that as kind of a baseline. We could see the price for this new 7.8mm not to be too far off of that, either to the low side or to the high side. But now for the lens that many pro photographers have been waiting for, that have been teased about, and that's the RF 200 to 500mm f4 L series image stabilized USM. If this lens is going to be announced tomorrow, or some variation of that lens, from what we're hearing, all the noise on the marketplace is indicating that it's going to be a high-end Pro Series lens, and if that's the case, well, it's not going to be cheap. And I don't mean Canon RF 100 to 500mm not cheap. I mean 100 to 300mm f2.8 not cheap, and that lens is just shy of $10,000. I don't expect this lens to be cheap at all, but as I said just a few moments ago, I should have the information within about 12 hours, and as soon as I know this information, I'll let you know. I'll tweet it out, I'll put out a video, so that way you can stay up to date. Prior to the live stream, I should have all this information. All the information should leak out, and that's what usually happens on the verge of a major release. I'm just looking at my information here, if I left anything out, and that's pretty much it. So right now in the description down below and right in the lower 1/3 here, I have the smart pre-order links for 3 lenses. The 24mm f1.4 L series VCM, not image stabilized, the 50mm with the same attributes, and of course the 70 to 200mm f2.8. As far as the other 2 lenses, I don't have the smart pre-order links yet. I should have those shortly. I just need to at least validate and try to confirm at least the focal lengths of these lenses before I can put out smart pre-order links, or they're just not going to work. And again, thank you so much for watching towards the end of the video. If you're interested in purchasing these lenses, then please use my smart pre-order links if you're purchasing from Adorama and B&H. If you're not from the United States and can't purchase from Adorama or B&H, then I understand that. Don't forget to reach out to your local camera store, because they love your business as well. But the live stream, it's going to happen tomorrow night at 11 p.m. unless, of course, Canon Rumors got the date and the time wrong. Well, they wouldn't have got the date wrong, but they could have gotten the time wrong, but I doubt it. I was expecting it to happen at around 8 or 10 o'clock in the morning, but apparently midnight. And it's not the last, well, it's not the last time. It's not the first time they've done this. They've done this many other times before. But I'm going to end the rant here, because if I don't stop now, I don't have enough time to edit this. So I've got to quickly close off the video so I can go up and edit it. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great night, a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow live. Thanks so much for tuning in. Cheers. Bye-bye now.